Very good morning, my dear students of class 12th. The story A Gorilla in the Guest Room is going on nowadays. You please open page number 85, a last paragraph of the page. Here to start, to have acquired such a pair of rare and valuable animals. To have acquired such a pair of rare and valuable animals was, I considered, something of an achievement. I thought that this is my achievement, that I have acquired such type of rare and valuable pairs of animals. Something of an achievement. I thought that this is really an achievement for me, but now I discovered, the narrator discovered, we were to live in a constant state of anxiety over their health and well-being. We were to live in a constant state of anxiety over their health. The author wants to take care of the health of Pongo and Nandi. So here, anxiety over their health and well-being. Every time one of them got sawdust up his nose and sneezed. Every time one of them got sawdust up his nose and sneezed, we viewed this with alarm and despondency, the loss of hope or confidence. We were losing our hope or confidence. Was this a prelude to pneumonia or something worse? The author thought that it may be pneumonia or maybe any worse disease. The functioning of their bowels became a daily topic of conversation. The functioning, how their bowels were functioning, that was the main conversation of ours. I had installed a magnificent communication apparatus in the zoo. The narrator had installed a magnificent, a splendid communication apparatus in the zoo. For small though it was very small apparatus, it could take a considerable length of time to locate the person required at the moment you wanted him. That was a good machine, good apparatus. It could take a considerable length of time to locate the person required at the moment you wanted. So at various salient points throughout the grounds, small black boxes were screwed to the walls. Small black boxes, screwed, fixed to the wall, through which the staff could speak with the main office and vice versa. The office could talk to them and the staff could talk to the office. One of these boxes was also installed in our flat, so that I could be apprised, to make aware. I could be apprised of what was going on and be warned should any crisis arise. If there would be any problem, the author would know about that. The occasion when I had doubts as to the wisdom of this system was the day when we were entertaining some people we did not know very well. In the middle of one of those erudite learned and futile conversation, worthless conversation, one has to indulge in. The black box on the bookcase gave a warning crackle, and before I could leap up to switch it off, a sepulchral and disembodied means soul separated from body. Disembodied voice said, Mr. Darrell, here a meaning is given, sepulchral, looking sad and serious, and disembodied, soul separated from body. Said, Mr. Darrell, the gorillas have got diarrhea again. Mr. Darrell, the gorillas have got diarrhea. Again, diarrhea, the disease. I know of no equal to this remark for putting a blight, blight on a party. However, Npongo and Nandi grew rapidly, and to our relief developed none of the disease that we feared they might contract. This is a relief thing. To our relief, developed none of the diseases that we feared they might contract. They were suffering only from diarrhea, not pneumonia. Then came Npongo's first real illness. From what disease he was suffering? I had just arranged to spend 3 weeks in the south of France. I had just arranged to spend 3 weeks in the south of France, which was to be a sort of working holiday. For we were to be accompanied by a BBC producer whom I hoped to convince of the necessity for making a film about life in Camargue. Necessity, making a film about life in Camargue. Camargue means a region. Camargue is what? A region in France. Camargue. About life in the Camargue. Making a film about life in the Camargue. Hotels had been booked, numbers of people ranging from bullfighters to ornithologists. Ornithologist student study those who study of birds. Those who study of birds. Bullfighters to ornithologists had been altered for our coming, and everything seemed to be running smoothly. The author was for three weeks in south of France to make a film in the Camargue. Everything was going on very smoothly. Then 4 days before we were due to depart, and Npongo started to look off color. Gone was his giggling exuberance, cheerful. He lay on the floor or on the shelf, his arms wrapped around himself, staring into space and taking only enough food and milk to keep himself alive. This was the action of Npongo. The only symptom was acute diarrhea. The author thought that this is the symptom is acute, too much diarrhea. Tests were hurriedly made, and the advice of both the vet means veterinary doctor, and medical profession acted upon, but what he was suffering from remained a mystery. The author thought that Npongo was suffering from diarrhea, but from what disease he was suffering, that was mystery. As with all apes, he lost weight with horrifying rapidity. His weight was also losing. He was losing his weight. On the second day, he stopped eating altogether and even refused to drink his milk. So this meant we could administer no antibiotic. Almost as we watched, his face seemed to shrink and shrivel, and his powerful body grow gaunt, grow lean and weak. What had once been a proudly rotund, circular paunch belly, what had once been a proudly circular belly now became a ghastly declivity, bend. Now he became a ghastly bend where his ribs forked. He became very weak. Now his diarrhea was quite heavily tinged with blood, and at this symptom I think most of us gave up hope. We felt that if he would only eat something, it might at least give him some stamina to withstand whatever disease he was suffering from. But he was not eating anything, as well as arouse him out of the terrible melancholia, gloominess, deep sadness into which he was slipping, as most of anthropoids, ape do when they are ill. And what happened after that, you will study in my next video. Thank you so much, students.